We're not going to be talking about just, the typical like live on ramen noodles advice.
Yeah.
We're looking at some really interesting analysis that's out there.
Yeah.
Kind of questioning conventional financial wisdom.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to be uncovering, hopefully, some debt-crushing secrets and figuring out if there's a better way to tackle this whole debt thing.
I like it.
So before we jump in, though, if you guys are interested in more personal finance tips and tricks, don't forget to check out our other videos.
Absolutely. Tons of great resources there.
All right, so let's talk about Dave Ramsey.
Yeah.
His baby steps have helped a ton of people, right?
Right.
Save up that emergency fund, then snowball those debts away.
Yeah.
It seems pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's a popular approach for sure.
But this analysis is asking, is there maybe a better way?
Okay, so what are we thinking?
What are your initial thoughts on this?
I mean, Ramsey's approach, it definitely deserves credit, for the simplicity, the discipline that it encourages.
Yeah.
It's like a boot camp for your finances.
It is, yeah.
But where it might fall short is in its rigidity.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't always take into account the nuances of different types of debt or like individual circumstances and stuff.
That makes sense.
It's
not as simple as just throwing all your money at any debt, right?
Yeah. No.
Seems like there should be a more strategic approach, especially when you're dealing with things like student loans or medical bills that might have, different interest rates or repayment terms.
Exactly. And that's where things get interesting.
Okay.
So, for example, if you're facing high interest debt, like those,
Oh, yeah.
pesky credit cards,
Ugh.
focusing solely on the smallest debt first, as the snowball method suggests,
Yeah.
might not be the most efficient in the long run.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
So what you're saying is sometimes those tiny victories.
might actually cost us more in the long run.
Yeah, potentially.
Huh? I never thought about it that way. I always thought knocking out those small debts first would give you, momentum and then free up cash flow faster.
Really?
Wouldn't that then help you tackle the bigger debts later on?
Well, that's where understanding interest rates is so important.
Okay.
Even a small difference in interest can really impact you,
Yeah.
like significantly impact your overall repayment cost over time.
Wow.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
Would you rather be chased by a snail or a cheetah?
Oh, a cheetah for sure.
That high interest debt, that's the cheetah.
Okay.
It's going to catch up to you fast.
Got it.
So tackling it early can save you a lot of money in the long run.
Wow. That's a vivid image.
Right.
I definitely don't want to be in a financial cheetah chase. So in those cases, maybe the debt avalanche method makes more sense.
Think that.
Going after those high interest debts first, regardless of the balance. It's like strategically targeting the biggest threats first.
Makes sense.
The avalanche, it might not give you those quick wins for motivation,
Yeah, that's true.
but it can save you a lot of money on interest.
Okay, so we got the debt snowball for those quick wins and motivation.
Yeah.
And the avalanche for saving money in the long run.
Right.
But let's be real. Both methods still require us to actually have money to throw at these debts.
That's true.
Budgeting,
Budget.
the dreaded B word.
I know.
Any tips for making that part a little less painful?
You're absolutely right. Budgeting is the foundation, no matter what.
Okay.
It's like building a house.
Okay.
You need a solid foundation.
You can't just start decorating.
No, you
Right.
can't just start decorating.
Yeah.
You need that foundation first.
Okay.
And budgeting, believe it or not,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be a soul-crushing experience.
Okay, good.
It's really about awareness and making conscious choices about where your money goes.
So maybe not soul crushing, but it definitely still requires some effort, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, myself included, get kind of intimidated by the whole budgeting process.
I get it.
It feels like you need a degree in finance just to understand where your money is going.
I understand that feeling. But here's the good news.
Okay, what's that?
There's tons of resources to make budgeting easier.
Oh, good.
These days, I mean. You got apps, you got spreadsheets,
Oh, yeah.
even good old-fashioned pen and paper.
Right.
The key is finding what works for you.
So it's all about finding a system that you can actually stick with,
Yes.
not just some complicated spreadsheet that you abandon after a week.
Exactly.
I like the sound of that. So it's about progress, not perfection.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
And speaking of progress, sometimes, accelerating your debt repayment journey, you might need a little boost
Okay, yeah.
on the income side.
So like side hustles and stuff.
Yeah. Have you considered, exploring additional income streams like side hustles.
Oh, yeah, we should talk about that.
Or online business opportunities.
Ooh, that's a great point.
Yeah.
We actually have some fantastic resources on our channel
Oh, awesome.
about generating income online,
Perfect.
from freelance gigs to starting your own e-commerce store.
Lots of possibilities.
There are so many possibilities these days.
It's true.
Definitely check those out if you're looking for ways to, boost your debt-crushing power.
Absolutely. It's all about empowering yourself. Taking control
I like that, yeah.
of your financial future.
That's so true. Okay, so back to these debt repayment strategies.
Okay.
We talked about the Snowball, the Avalanche, the importance of budgeting.
Right.
What else should our listeners keep in mind when they're tackling their debt? What are some of those pro-level tips?
Pro-level tips.
That maybe aren't always talked about.
One that I think often gets overlooked is the emotional side of debt.
Oh, yeah.
It can be so stressful. It can lead to shame, inadequacy.
It's true. It's true.
It's crucial to acknowledge those feelings and develop some healthy coping mechanisms.
Oh, absolutely. Debt can weigh on you,
Oh, yeah.
mentally and emotionally.
Big time.
Even if you are making progress, like financially,
Totally.
it's easy to fall into that comparison trap
Yeah.
and just feel like you're the only one struggling. But I think it's so important to remember that you're not alone.
Yeah.
Everyone's financial journey is different.
So true.
And there's no shame in seeking help
Yeah, I agree.
or support when you need it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Talking to trusted friends, family, maybe even seeking guidance from a financial advisor
Yeah, that's a point.
can provide invaluable support perspective.
Yeah. And don't forget to celebrate those wins along the way,
Oh, yeah. Celebrate.
no matter how small they seem.
Absolutely.
Every time you pay off a debt,
Yes.
no matter the size, it's a step closer to financial freedom.
Every little bit counts.
Yeah.
And speaking of wins,
Yes.
wouldn't it feel amazing to not only conquer your debt, but also unlock new income streams and new possibilities? That's why we encourage you to check out our other videos on making money online.
Yeah, definitely.
It might just change your whole perspective
Absolutely.
on what's possible for your financial future.
Yes. It's all about empowering yourself
Exactly.
and creating a life of abundance, not scarcity.
Yes. Love it.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From the nitty-gritty details of debt repayment strategies
Yeah.
to the importance of mindset
Mindset's huge.
and even exploring these new income streams.
Love it.
What's the key message we want our listeners to walk away with today?
The key takeaway is this: you are in control of your financial destiny.
Ooh, I like that.
There is no one-size-fits-all approach, but with a little knowledge, self-awareness, and a dash of creativity,
Yes.
you can conquer your debt and achieve your financial goals.
I love that. It's about taking ownership of your finances and creating a plan that aligns with your values and aspirations.
Exactly. And remember, it's a journey, not a race.
So true.
Be kind to yourself, celebrate those wins, and never give up on your dreams.
Beautifully said. I want to leave our listeners with a little something to think about.
All right, I like it.
What is it about your financial situation, your goals, even your personality that might make one of these debt repayment strategies a better fit for you than another?
That's a good question.
Take some time to reflect on those,
Yeah.
little nuances. The answer might surprise you.
It might.